ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a psych warfare presentation. We're going to call this an episode of Unmasking the Narcissist, because it's been quite some time since I've done one of these. Now, why I started this channel was originally just to kind of experiment with the process of comedy, tarot, and psychology. As I dive deeper into that, I decided tarot was not really for me, but the psychology stuff was. And I was coming out of a smear campaign, maybe still actively am going through one, in a sense that I can't just have my peace of mind because I'm competing with the mouths of a lot of different people talking. And some people have really big mouths, others are clout chasers, and they're seeking out opportunities. And the reason why they can't shut the fuck up about me is because somebody with a huge mouth started saying a whole lot of nonsense about me. But in this whole art of psychology and psychological warfare, where it becomes interesting is when you shoot off your mouth to enough people will start looking at me, and they may not even support me after you shoot your mouth off because they have some sort of alliance with you, but they might start to disagree with you shooting your mouth off. And it's like, what I want to talk about specifically today in Unmasking the Narcissist is somebody who refuses your boundaries even after you don't want them around. So kick back, grab your popcorn or a non-decaffeinated mineral water, hopefully no alcohol, and let's get down like Charlie Brown wearing a nightgown. Psych Warfare 101. I'm not going to write down a script today because I have enough experience in the field of just being around narcs, clout chasers, people who want to claim all the benefits that come with you, just not support you. And let's talk about the boundaries again. So like, whenever I was around certain people, I always had their back. I was there to pick them up when they fell down. I was there to give them advice. I was there to lift them up out of hard times. But when I needed help, when I needed advice, when I needed a little support, they were gone. If anything, they were hoping I failed. And once they left, I became comfortable. So, once people left, and they've always walked away from me, I had to become comfortable, and I could blame myself, I could try and beat myself up about it, but for whatever reason, people just lose touch or fall out of relationships and connections. And I have an expectation that once you leave, you stay gone. You don't come back around 10 years later, you don't check up on my social media 10 years later, you don't bring my name up to other people. I don't even fuck with you. I don't want to fuck with you. But yet you're still talking about me. You're still looking at me. You're bringing me up to an entire third-party group, I guess, if you're involved in that. But the third party might end up liking me more than you. I don't want to join the third party. You're the one with that big mouth, and you don't know how to close your mouth. And your big mouth is going to get you into trouble, even by your own people. But my boundaries are absolute, and refusal of my boundaries is voluntary restraining orders, because if you show up at my door and I say I don't want your bitch ass here, if you show up at my door anyways, bitch, I will make that connection and I will file a restraining order in your name. If you changed your name, I'll find out what your name is and I will file a restraining order with the local police department. So don't you fuck with me, don't you come back around 10 years later. My boundaries are absolute. I probably don't want to speak to you for a good reason, and if I made that decision where, okay, I'm going to stand by cutting this person off, my boundaries are absolute. But the narcissist doesn't accept boundaries. See, the narcissist looks from one person to the other for a shoulder to cry on when they fall on hard times. But if they went through half of the shit I went through, they probably would not survive a week. Yet I did it by myself without any help at all. And I recovered and bounced back from that by myself without any help at all. So I'm comfortable and a pretty positive and upbeat person now. I would say I'm the most happiest I've ever been in life. And I'm around constant narcissism, even in my own family. Nobody wants to fuck with me, like, in a supportive way. They're always screaming, always yelling. They're emotionally drained. They're just full of issues, full of mental health problems. And I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. I'm vibing high. And I'm the first person to separate myself from a room when people start yelling, but I'm comfortable. I'm chatty and I'm witty around the right crowd. But I'm also distant, closed off. And my boundaries are absolute around people who I need to close off my support, my energy, my time, and resources to, because if I don't fuck with you, it's for a good reason. So don't come back around 10 years later. My boundaries are absolute. And I hope if anybody takes anything out of this, if you identify as somebody who's around a lot of users, cut those motherfuckers loose, and when they try to come back around, say, bitch, there's a restraining order with your name on it. That's the butterscotch.